Hello, this is a tutorial with Sorlegna. We're going to do a Lost Woods, like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, effect in RPG Maker MZ. Restrictions, we want one map, and we want it to be quite flexible on how it all works. Right now I'm just showing you what the map looks like. I'm going to show you, like, you can make bigger than one square, and all of that, just showing off various stages so that you get a general understanding of what the map's going to look like. So now we're going to need to do regions. Region 1 is going to be what we call our no-go zone. So first things first, draw a region all the way around your map, or wherever your Lost Woods is, so that they can't exit the Lost Woods and go into the void. I have a little town in the bottom right, which isn't part of the Lost Woods, so I didn't draw a region around it. So now we're going to grab region 2, which is the log on where the player went into the Lost Woods. This is so that when we are done, it's going to go back to the same start. Okay, now we're going into the event. This is going to be a parallel event, and we want to first get the region ID where the player is standing. So we create a variable, player region ID, we get location info, we want the region ID, and then we want where the player is designated at, where they're standing. So that's done. Now we need to do the conditioners for what region is going to do what. So for the first region, we want to get the region ID, detect if it's 1. If it is 1, then we're going to want to kick the player out. We want to kick them out of the woods, reset them back to the start. So I'm putting a comment here just telling myself that so that in the future, I know what region 1 does. Now region 2, we want to get that player's location, the X, the Y, and the map ID. So I'm leaving myself a comment again, just to tell myself what I'm going to do in that specific area. So now it's time to start actually coding this. Region 1 is going to be our boundaries, 2 is going to be our entrances. So for 2, we're going to want to get the player's values. So player's X, game data, character player, map X, done. And then we want to get the player's Y, which is going to be very similar. Player's Y, player, map, Y, done. Then we want to get the region ID. So we're going to be doing exactly the same thing. We just need to create it, player, or not region ID, map ID, player, and then we can't get it in there, so we're going to have to actually go to game, and then map ID, or game, or system, map ID. Now to do the exit, we do a simple transfer, we give them the map ID, the X, and the Y, and now it's going to transfer us to where the player initially entered the second region. So there we go. We pretty much have the code that's needed to run the Lost Woods. Make sure it's a parallel event, hit OK. So as you can see, we have a region 2 there for the entrance, region 1 there for the boundary. I'm going to go up and walk around just to test to show that the code works. Okay, so let's start this up. Okay, so now that we started it up, we're going to just go up. Here we're going to hit the entry point. So now it logged where we entered the woods. I'm going to be able to walk anywhere I want until I hit the boundary, where it will fade to back and set me right back at the entrance. Okay? So now we get to draw all the little entrances and exits that are not the boundaries of the Lost Woods. So we just grab our region 1 because it's our boundary region, and we just start deciding which entrance and exits we want. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the top entrance because I want the left and right to be entrances. So I just draw a line across. Now you don't need to draw a line. You could just put a dot right there, but I like lines. It makes looking over the map a lot easier. So let's continue. We're gonna say can't go down. That's pretty easy. And then I actually don't want the player ever to visit that, so I'm just gonna draw a circle right around it, or a square in this case. And now, even though it's there on the map, the player never is going to be able to enter it because as soon as they get close, they'll get teleported right back out. So, on to the next spot. Let's say they can't go up here. Yeah. And then I like them being able to enter that big area down here. They can't go through this boundary because it's already marked, so we're going to let them go down here. But I don't want them just to continue walking down. I want them to have to go to the right. So there we go. Now you don't need, I just did 2 lines. It doesn't really matter because as soon as they hit 1, it's going to cancel. And of course you can always go back and go, actually I don't want to do that. You can erase it. It's super easy, not having to memorize where events are or anything. You just have to remember X region is the region that kicks them back. So continue drawing up here. I don't want them to enter there. Don't want them to enter there. Okay. And then they go in, they go up. Okay, can't go that way, so let's go this way. Go up. Actually, I don't want them to go up that way. I want them to go up and around. So, actually, I don't even want them to go up and around. I'm going to let them go the other way. So, block that off. Even though the graphics were technically block them off, it just teleports them back. It's nicer. Now, at that little point I was pointing near the building, that's going to be a treasure chest area, so I don't want to block that off. So, that is the Lost Woods. We literally did it with 1 event and 2 regions. They're going to be able to go up and around. They're going to be able to go there, get the treasure chest there, and then go up and either to the left or to the right, and then go up 1 or up and around to the water fountain thing. Then they can go down all the way over and out. Of course, these 4 blocks right here can go in a circle. So there we go. I think it's time to test. Of course, those are going to be our entrances. And, oh yeah, I forgot. The second entrance. I didn't prove to you that the second entrance actually works. So let me quickly do that. So, if we do like we did in the first time, we're going to go up, we're going to turn, it logged the event there, we're going to turn and go down here. It's going to take us back to the first entrance. But however, if we turn and then went down, we hit the second entrance there. Can't go out, but we now logged where we are entering the woods again. So if I went out now, it's going to send us back here, instead of back to the original, because it has a new log point. For me to reset that, I'm going to have to go all the way back to the original one and trigger it there. Okay, so now let's me just move this game over here so that you guys can see where the regions are as I'm traveling through them. So I think first we're going to go up, and we're just going to keep going up. And oops, we went the wrong direction, so we're going to have to go right. And this is basically it. Now we can keep going. We can't go down, up, we get reset. So there's that. And then we can go to here. Nope, reset again. Dang it. Okay, this is where I'm struggling with the controls. Okay, so now we know we only can go up here, so let's go up. Okay, how about we keep going up? Nope, can't keep going up. Okay, So we need to continue figuring out this map. So how about this way? Now technically we were allowed to go there, but I have the trees messed up, so it didn't work. So we can't go up still. The trees are blocking that path, so now we know we have to go into this one, which this is our big one. So as you can see, because there's no regions 1 around it, we can walk throughout this entire area without any effect. However, as soon as we hit region 1, we get reset. And we're going to basically just keep doing this, showing that every point is going to do this. So can't go up, can't go south, gotta go this way. And ultimately, this is what the player would remember. So now we're going to keep going south. So we can go around this. Controls on keyboard just makes it so hard. Keep going south. Oh, no, we can't go south there. Dang it. So now we have to go, okay. We go, nope, not that way. We go up, if I remember right. So we gotta go up here. Then at the TP we go to the left. Then we keep going to the left until we get to the end. Then we go down. Then we go down again. At the well we have to go right, I think. Yeah, so here's a maze. Okay. I don't think it's down. Let's keep going up. Okay. Okay, we got another one. Okay. So here's a side effect. If you're going to do this all on one map, the player is going to be able to see outside the Lost Woods. You can, of course, make the Lost Woods bigger or make it its own separate map and prevent that. And, of course, whenever you get to a point where you want the player to transition to maybe a temple or something, you can just take that little region 1 out and replace it with a transfer event like any other. So I believe we're going to try to now set it where the player doesn't start at the entrance. We're going to push the player back a little bit. So we got the region ID, all of that, that's fine. So what we need to do is really we need to subtract, I think we need to subtract an amount from Y. So we're just going to hit sub. Let's say 3 blocks down. And, whoopsie, I need to keep the actual Y variable there. So let me fix that real quick. Okay, player Y, player data, character, player X, map Y. There we go. Cool, so there we go. So now the player should start 3 blocks below. So let's test that out. Should be a simple test. It should be literally us just moving forward this entire time. It marks it there. If we move forward, oh, that's not right. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. I flipped the plus to distract. It should be, oh yeah, we need to set that to Y as well. So I think that should work. Now that we're not subtracting, we're setting it to Y. So if we just keep going up. Okay, now we're staying in the Lost Woods, so I was correct. We need to flip the subtraction to an add, because we start at the upper left corner is 0, 0, so we are adding 2Y here. So it's going to add Y there, but if we add Y here, we're going to be stuck in the trees. We don't really want that. So we can actually very simply go to our regions, grab region 3, and just shove it there. So now we have two different types of entrances because they have 2 different effects. Of course, we're going to have to copy this bit of code, paste it down there. We are going to want to adjust this to 1, not 3, so that we're not in the trees. And we want the region ID to be 3. So that should theoretically work with all that. Let's try that out. Okay. So we're gonna first try to see if we keep going straight. If we reach the 3-point, yep, we're back in the town area, less than the Lost Woods. And of course, if we go over to our second entrance and we exit here, we're gonna be 1 down instead of being in the trees if we went 3 down. So there's that. And I think I'm just gonna show you the code here because this is pretty much it. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.